So-called sus laws were abolished in the 1980s, but several years ago they returned. We now live in a society where the government may use this as a threat and would like to reinstate it.
A few years ago, me and two of my mates were heading back home from another one of my mates, where we'd been playing a bit of video games. And as we're walking down the road, we noticed like a police car driving by. Then they reverse up and get out and stop us and ask us what we're doing. We say we're on our way back home from playing some games at our mates, and they say, well, first they're not too sure about whether to believe us, so they ask to check our bags, saying that there's been a knifing incident near a house nearby, and that us three match the description of the people who've been involved in it. So they go through our bags, and we're pretty much big geeks, so they start asking what's inside as they see all these cards from like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering, because we're big game players. Then after that, they drive off and carry on about their way. We carry on walking down to the nearest bus stop. As we're walking down, me and my mates start talking about how often it's happening in this area, that we can get stopped by police every time we're heading back from our mates. So after walking down the road for like another 10 minutes, the same van comes back and looks at us, and we're like, are we going to be stopped again? So the police come out and they're like, oh, it's you lot again. And we're like, yeah, it's us. And they're like, well, they're saying, where are you off to? We're like, oh, we're heading back to Hackney because we're down near Waltham Cross. So they're like, okay, well, they look at us and they go, well, if you hop in, we'll drop you down. And my mates are looking at me like, is this like a smart idea? Is this some sort of trap? And I'm like, sure, why not? So we get in the back of the van and they drive us all the way down to Waltham Cross station before they get a call being told to go somewhere. And then they drop us off at Info Station and then say they're going off about their thing. I thought, wow, that was kind of cool, but annoying, but cool.
The sus laws may have a purpose, but wrongful and unjust stopping and searching ignites people's resentment towards the police and has very little effect for making the public feel safe.